The Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, don tok say the federal government don issue warning letters to some contractors wey no meet up to expectations for the construction of federal roads for Edo State. The minister yarn tori pipo dis one after one closed-door meeting with Edo Governor Godwin Obaseki for Government House, Benin City. The pipo wey tanda for dis closed-door meeting na Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki, Edo State Commissioner for Roads and Bridges Iten Uzamere, and Commissioner for Communication and Orientation Honorable Chris Neikari, among others. The Minister of Works, Engineer David Umahi, tok say he wants make the public know say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu understand the suffering of the people, but na the contractors dey delay the work, and say after the warning letter, dem go issue termination letter to the contractors and sack the contractors wey perform below expectations, as contractors no get right to dictate for them. A constitutory salute to Governor Obaseki for im commitment to make life better for Edo people, and commend the concrete roads wey the governor don do, as that one show say he mean well for Edo people.
I told them that, and all contractors must know this, when we have done over 10 meetings, appealing to them, talking to them on how to move these projects forward because of the sufferings of the people, because of the commitment of Mr. President, and you're doing otherwise, we have to tell the public so that the public will know that it's not the federal government, it is the contractor. And that is the issue with SKCC. And we've agreed to start the projects on 3 sections. And I'm back here in 2 weeks. If it's not started on 3, in fact, we have issued warning letter to SKCC, and I've directed it should be copied to their banks, to the bank, so that they will know that we will terminate the job after the warning letter, then we issue notice of termination, and we definitely terminate the job. We'll be very courageous to do that. Contractors must not dictate for us. So I want the public to know that we are that very serious. President understands, the plight of the people, the suffering. But this contract will not awarded by administration. We are not faulting the award, but we are faulting the, pace of work by the contractors. So we mean business, and we will terminate the jobs. And when I terminate any job, I'll get local contractors to do it. I have confidence in what local contractors will do, and they will not give me conditions. And our job is to be done with concrete. And this will let contractors know that it's no longer business as usual. We mean well for the country, and we mean well for them, and no one will cheat the other. This is very important. And so I've had very serious meeting with the governor here. We're concerned about what is happening between, Benin City, Ekpoma Auchi Road down to Kogi State. And that's what we've been, brainstorming. The governor is so much concerned. I've worked with him to, direct that the road should be unblocked. And if you see the grievances of these people, you will not blame them too much, because trucks are falling, people are dying, and so on and so forth. And let me thank you very much. Each time I hear, a state governor doing concrete road, I always say he means well for his people, because it takes courage to do that, And like anybody doing concrete, is like they're doing it for me. I'm not holding any share in any of the cement testing, but I have a heart for the people. I have a heart for this country. I have no any other country. I'm not on dual citizenship. So this is all that I have. And I believe strongly that our generation can get it right.
Edo Governor Godwin Obaseki tok say dem dey very concerned about the high traffic road like Benin Auchi Road, wey be one of the main roads for Edo, and say youth don protest wella on top the bad condition of the road, and dem don beg dem say the government go do palliative for the road to reduce the accidents, destruction, and delays wey the people wey dey use the road dey face. Oga Obaseki still beg federal government to concession the road to Edo State government for a long-term solution, and say as a state, dem go work with the minister and the federal government sake of say dem no fit leave the issue of roads to one stakeholders alone. Dem all must come to work together. The governor still tok say dem go hold one meeting with representative of BOA, Dangote companies, and the federal minister of works on Tuesday to touchlight and agree on concrete steps and measures wey dem go take, and also make sure say dem do remedial works for the bad section of the Benin Auchi Road before rainy season, and say we no go fit afford to leave the road for the bad condition this year, as na the road be the major road wey dem take dey move petroleum products, food from the north to the south, and say we no get choice but to do palliative for the road to open the road to traffic. Obaseki also talk say this na short-term measures.
It's important that we all come together, work together to make sure that these roads are built. And in doing so, we have to remove the encumbrances. What are the encumbrances? First, the way we contract to build these roads, the people we use to build the roads, the materials we use to build the roads. Today, we are all witnesses to the major phenomenon, climate change. The amount of rainfall we now, witness year on year is much higher than we knew growing up. So how do we respond to this climatic change in terms of our road construction? We can't do the same thing. We can't continue to use, expensive asphalt. We should now think of using more sustainable local materials. We produce cement, we produce some steel. There's really no reason why we cannot begin to move towards utilizing more concrete in building our roads for sustainability so that they can last long. You've heard about the protests this week by young people. We've appealed to them. They have heeded our appeal. They've gone back. They're expecting us to fulfill the promise that we are going to take remedial actions immediately to ensure that we reduce the carnage, the accidents, and the disruptions and delays on that road. Following the meeting with the Federal Minister for Works, we've agreed that we will send one of our contractors immediately to go in there early next week to commence palliative work. Concrete steps and measures to take to make sure that these remedial actions are taken. These very, very bad sections are rehabilitated quickly ahead of the rainy season. We cannot afford for that road to be cut out this year. Things are bad enough in the country. And this is a main artery moving petroleum products, moving food from the north to the south. So we have no choice but to make sure that that route is open for traffic and it is motorable. Yes, these are just short-term measures, but in the long term, and one of the things we'll be discussing with the minister on Tuesday is that road must and should be concessioned. We cannot continue to accept what's going on there. You've had contracts for almost 20 years on that road, and we've not been able to make progress. Please hand over that road to us. Concession it. Let us concession it to people who have the money. You see what we've done on the Benin Ekpoma Road. We believe we are working with the private sector. We can raise the money to dualize and rebuild that road. So one of the issues we'll be discussing with the minister on Tuesday, because these steps we're taking are just short term to ease the pain on that road, but in the long term, before the end of this year, we're going to push and get in our proposals so that road is concessioned before I leave office.
Make una not forget say, as we see am, now so we dey talk am, we no dey take blame. From Benin City, Ekata Ojesele, TMC TV News.